welcome to another episode of Three Conservative Gimps. We are proud and free and standing tall as one. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Hope you had a kick-ass Memorial Day celebration. Wow, it's been nice here in the Denver metro area. We've been in the 70s and low 80s. This week we've been having our usual evening showers, which is great. Everything is getting green around here, which is really nice. Yeah, so a lot going on. I'm off this week, so we could go a little longer tonight if you guys don't mind. So let's get this show going. Let's welcome all the way from Muskogee, Oklahoma. He is the man with the jazz hands. Let's welcome Lloyd Mendenhall. Welcome.
Hello, Art. Yeah. He's making reference to I was discussing Tim Walls and his dancing anyway. So, yeah, it's, yeah. So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Hello to everybody in the chat, and hello, Art. And I know you'll be bringing on Sir Charles here in a moment.
For
But
Charles there.
yeah. So,
Yeah. And how's the weather in your neck of the woods?
today it's been kind of drizzly. It's been raining on and off. We're
Wow.
supposed to be getting rain all week long, or all the way through till next week. So,
Oh my.
yeah.
Well,
So,
let's welcome our next guest, where he may be blue, or his state is blue, but he's always sunny inside. Let's welcome Sir Charles Gillespie. Welcome.
Hey, Art. Hey, Lloyd. Hey, everybody in the chat.
hey, Charles.
And so how's the weather in your neck of the woods?
It's actually quite lovely today. No rain, sunny, lots of beautiful clouds. Just barely hit 70 today. Going to be the same tomorrow.
Alrighty. So, hope you guys had a wonderful Memorial weekend. Lloyd was off Monday, so I got a chance to kind of relax a little bit. Went fishing Sunday, caught one fish about 5 minutes before we were getting ready to leave. Finally landed one. I had some bites. I had one break off earlier in the day. So, and it was a big fish. It just snapped right at the hook. It broke the line. So,
That reminds me. I saw this cartoon or this meme or whatever, and there's this little fish talking to his dad,
oh,
and he apparently just escaped off the hook.
ah,
The little fish did. And he's arguing with his dad. He says, I don't care how big that man says you are not that big.
okay. But how do they know if they're wet?
How do they know if they're what?
Wet.
If they're wet?
Yeah.
Well, that is true. How do
Yeah.
they know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we were talking, we had Memorial Day Monday, which we remember are those who've given their all for this great country. And
Yes.
Lloyd was telling me how it went in Minneapolis. Please tell us.
Yeah. Apparently, they decided that instead of honoring the veterans or even mentioning them, at least on their first 4 or 5, and this is from the mayor and the mayor's office and all of this, instead of mentioning Memorial Day and the reason for it, they decided that day, Monday, was a great day to commemorate George Floyd.
George,
Oh,
And,
George Floyd,
and they,
the criminal?
yes, the
yes.
criminal, that George Floyd. And they finally, after I guess they must have got some feedback from somebody, but they did finally mention, oh, and by the way, it is Memorial Day, and we want to thank those who gave their all for our wonderful country. But that was after they'd already put up 4 or 5 posts about George Floyd. Then they even had a dance and celebrated in George Floyd Square, and Governor Tim Walz was up there dancing, as I said, and that's what the jazz hands thing was all about,
Dancing.
you know. So, it just shows how far those left wing wackos really are up there.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, maybe we should give Minneapolis and give that whole damn state. Matter of fact, Wisconsin, New Hampshire, I can think of 3 or 4 states. Just give them to Canada. We'll
Right.
take
Maybe
uh
we could do a trade. We'll take Alberta. They could have
they can have the
Minnesota,
rest of
or
damn
at least
East.
upper Minnesota,
Yeah,
from Minneapolis up.
right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
and no offense to our Yankee friends such as Brian, who's in the chat,
Ah,
but
yeah, we
you
got
know,
Grant, and we got Brian and Joe. Yeah.
and Joe,
Welcome,
yeah.
welcome.
But yeah, I heard that and I just was, I was just, it just pissed me off.
Yeah.
It was appalling. And that they would celebrate somebody like that, but
Mm-hmm.
and as an afterthought mention that, oh, and let's not
Oh,
forget
by the
those events.
way,
Yeah, by the way, yeah, and that's what it was. It was a by the way,
yeah.
or an aside, as they
Yeah.
say. But it's just ridiculous how nuts they are
Mm.
in those states.
Well, I just heard a couple. Well, I didn't. I heard it through Facebook. I guess some of the neighbors to the south and to the west of me heard a couple low flying jets. They sounded like commercial jets. Well, they were B 52s that were doing a flyover, I guess, at one of the graduations, maybe at the Air Force Academy or at CU, and they were going to land at Front Range Airport. So, and they
Ah,
were flying in formation side by
right,
side.
right,
So,
right.
yeah, I wish I was outside to see that.
Oh
That
yeah, that
is
would have
an
been cool to
awesome
see.
sight.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
On that speaking of graduation, this last Friday was my grandson Ethan's graduation,
Hmm.
and was it yeah, I think it was last Friday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because we went to that, and that's why we
And
didn't do it. Yeah, he's my grandson that is autistic, and he did did okay. I was really proud of him. We had a funny thing was is they were commemorating because it's everybody celebrate the 250th and
right
because Memorial Day weekend was coming up, they were honoring the veterans, and so they had the choir and the band were playing the services. Uh, each
their
branch,
seat.
yeah, their theme
Yeah,
song, yeah, their anthem, each
anthem.
anthem, and when each one of them played whatever branch of service you were in, you were to stand up and they would applaud.
Oh,
And that
cool.
hopefully they applauded, but anyways. So everybody came in, they did the national anthem, we all stood there and did that thing, and then and started this program. And the first one up was the Air Force.
Oh, awesome.
I have never felt more alone in my life. That is a
I,
big we were at the I was the only one
oh, wow.
of that whole crowd. I mean, we're talking this is a full collegiate sized football stadium. And I was the only one that stood up in the Air Force. But
Oh, huh.
what struck me though was there probably there might have been 5 or 6 Army, I think maybe 3 Marines and
Uh-huh.
maybe 2 Navies. There
Wow.
probably wasn't out of that whole stadium. There probably wasn't more than a dozen veterans,
Ah,
and it's just because during certain times, like James said, they weren't taking people in when he was trying to get in. At his age,
Wow.
he's 56, uh, 57. He'll be 57.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, something like that. Uh, but yeah, so uh, there's just not that many veterans out there right now
Yeah,
that have school age kids, grandparents, or maybe
that's true.
great uncles or something like that.
Hmm.
But I mean, and I was amongst one of the old veterans that stood up. I
Wow.
was most of veterans were you know Desert Storm and or uh
Korea,
uh
Vietnam,
they're well, I was probably about the oldest one there of the
right?
veterans that stood
So
up.
Afghanistan, yeah.
Yeah, most of them were for Desert Storm
Iraqi
for
freedom, yeah.
Iraqi freedom and
Hmm.
stuff like that.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, the younger, because like James pointed out, not too many people my age that are veterans have kids in school still.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
although I think Paco's probably going to be pushing that when his son graduates. He's probably going to be
Right.
close.
Now, is your grandson going to go to college?
He's going to go to a Votech.
Oh, okay.
He's
Okay.
getting into because he's really into uh, coding and video game development and
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that, and
Cool.
he's into some really deep coding stuff that I just do a lot of uh-huh.
Yeah, he probably would like the AI because you can really do a lot of
Oh
coding.
yeah, well that's the thing. He's learning to code. He's doing a lot of coding with AI too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, probably using
he's ahead of you.
Python.
Yeah, when it comes to AI, he's probably way ahead of you and I.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So but yeah.
So we got that going on. And Tuesday we had an election. We had another primary election where more Trump candidates have been, well, he's sweeping up the floor with his
Uh,
candidates. They're,
everyone that he's so
yeah,
far, everyone that he's endorsed is won. He's batting
right,
100%. So the Trump train is still rolling along, in spite of some of the naysayers out there, the ones that
right,
think that he hasn't done what they think he should. So
right. Yeah, Paxton beat Cornyn, and not by a little bit,
by a whole
huge
lot.
numbers.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Compared to what the election was prior to the primary was,
right.
because this
Hmm.
was a runoff for him. So now Paxton's going up against uh the guy that's running a vegan campaign.
Oh, vegan. Okay.
Yeah, he announced that they will be ordering nothing. All of their whole campaign will be only ordering stuff from their vegan grocery stores and vegan, so no
Oh,
beef. Which in
no beef.
Texas, that's kind of no beef in Texas. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they have Longhorns that they ranch.
Well, yeah, they're one of the biggest beef producers in
Yep.
the world,
Hmm.
and not only that, but he's also came out with a statement that God is non-binary
Oh,
because he
and
happens to be a minister.
okay.
I would
So,
question that. I would
I
yeah.
question
significantly
it
question that.
100%. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know what church he's preaching from, but it certainly isn't one that uses that follows the Bible as I understand it. And yeah,
Mm.
he's also, I guess he came out and said that he was non-binary at some point.
Oh boy,
You
he's
know,
gonna
this
really
guy's he's
get
way out
those
there in
Unitarian votes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's I'm not even sure the Unitarians would vote for this nutcase.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
what's the other one? Oh, not not Methodist, but
Well, yeah.
United Methodist. I don't know.
Well, they're not united anymore. They've split.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because they split up here over some of this silliness.
Hey, Michael, good to see you.
Hey, cool
Cool
cat.
cat. Yep.
But
And
yeah,
so we got that going on, and yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what's happening this coming November. We've got our primary here in Colorado next month or in a couple weeks because Monday is June 1st, so I guess the following Tuesday, or maybe the second, or maybe
the second,
it'll
yeah.
be that we'll have our primary. But we'll find out who's going to be candidate for governor on the GOP and on the Democrat side. We already know who's going to be the unaffiliate candidate because there's only one, and that is Greg Lopez, the former congressman from the 4th
Yeah.
District, which
Yeah.
he was the placeholder when Ken Buck resigned. He
Right.
held that seat until Lauren Boebert took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So we
I've been
got
up to
that
I've been up
going
too early.
on. And and I've noticed the price of gas has really gone down. So
I watched it
maybe,
drop 15 cents in 2 hours time the other day.
yep. Yeah, we're getting down to the lowest I saw was 409, and that was at Costco.
Oh
Yeah.
hell, I think we're back. I know we're at 370 something last night, and we may be even lower than that.
Right.
It went from it went from 419 to 399 within like a 2 day period.
Wow.
Maybe over a 3 day period. Then it dropped. Let's see. I had to go. Tuesday. I went to see the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday I went up and saw the doctor,
Hmm.
and I bought gas, and I paid 387,
Oh,
and everybody
wow.
else was still running 399. And by
Right.
the time I got back down here to Muskogee, they had dropped from 399 to 373.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I'm hoping soon we'll be back under $4 finally. Yeah,
yeah,
the highest we got up to was 4.99, and that was a couple weeks ago, and it slowly started going down, and it was 4.69 just a few days ago. Now it's 4.39 at some places, 4.29 at a lot of the places around here, which is great.
yeah. I just gonna look
Excuse-
up and see what the gas prices are currently.
Mhm. So, yeah, I went out and did some grocery shopping this morning and picked a good day to do it and the right time. It was, I went out about 8 o'clock or a little after 8. Plenty of handicap parking. Wow, imagine that. On a Thursday morning, and got what I needed. And so today I made goulash today. Made it in the
Oh
crock
wow.
pot. So I've got enough to last me another 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
Well, I just looked on one. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Midwest City. So,
Uh-huh.
Muskogee. Even that's not bad. Uh, and that's not one of the best stations, but yeah, $3.39 for a gallon of regular gas now.
Wow.
Uh, yeah, it's running about. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's running 339 to 352.
Mm,
Some places. So that's gone down even since. Yeah, Walmart's running and Murphy's is running 359.
wow.
Now that's on Gas Buddy. They don't even have 339 on one of the things.
Right.
So yeah.
Hmm.
So that's just goes to show you the gas prices
Right.
uh have definitely dropped. Let's see. Uh
Yeah, which is good. I think if we get the downward trend, I think that'll help coming in November. So, and
Yeah.
hopefully by then this war in Iran will have been concluded, and we'll have something going on. And I guess the sticking point is the uranium dust, and if they won't hand it over, I think that's going to kill the deal. And I don't blame Trump for that, because we cannot let them keep that
well,
uranium material, because if we just kick the can, so to speak, down the road, in a
yeah.
few years they'll just reconstitute that, and they'll have a nuke, and they'll have a delivery system, and we'll be right back in the same spot we're in right now.
Well, they're still going back and forth. Trump says I was talking about this with my cousin. They've announced that there's a tentative deal. Okay.
Uh-huh.
They've said that there is a tentative deal. They're working out the fine points, in which the Strait of Hormuz will be opened, and after they meet certain criteria, we will withdraw our ships from that area. You know, but
Right.
you got the State Department saying one thing. You got the Iran television saying something else.
Right.
I and they've been firing on us again. They apparently
Yeah.
fired on a base
Yeah,
in
they've been
Kuwait.
shooting into Kuwait, and
Yeah,
yeah.
and I guess Iran has announced that the Strait of Hormuz will be open to everybody, but it will be monitored and regulated, or it'll be monitored by Oman and Iran. Well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I personally, I think I think he needs to just go out there, go over there, and just blow their asses up and be done with it,
Yeah.
because you can't trust these people. I mean,
That's
they're saying one thing on one hand, and on the other hand, they're saying something else. Now,
right.
granted, the people aren't, they're supposed to have gotten their internet back, but apparently
Yeah, I
not.
was just going to say something about
But then
that.
I heard that apparently they don't have it back. So,
Oh, ooh,
uh, but uh, they're talking to the people of Iran on their television, telling them how great they're doing against the great Satan, and all of this stuff, and they're going to get the deal they want. They're still talking, he's talking about, well, we'll talk about negotiating a nuclear deal later. There is no nuclear deal. End of conversation.
yeah.
If he even says that, sorry, but I've lost a. It's time for him to quit. And this is the thing I brought up with Travis today. Trump is a great deal maker. He's
Right.
very proud of that.
Hmm.
But I think he's at that point. He's letting his ego get in the way
Right.
of doing what is right, compared to making himself look like the great deal maker.
Right.
First off, he needs to be the damn commander in chief and finish the job that he went over there to do. Because right now he's leaving Israel sort of hanging in the lurch, and that's not a good deal.
Yep.
You know, uh, he when he went into this, yeah, right, Joe, we need to complete this time, and
Hmm.
that's the problem. All they're doing is sitting there negotiating, trying to get themselves, because here's what it comes down to. They just discovered something. They can shut down the Strait of Hormuz.
Hmm.
They've talked about doing it for the longest time, but they've never done it. Now they've done it. Now, mind you, we should, and technically, I heard it today. Lloyd's of London is actually who shut it down,
Right.
because our
Hmm.
ships are going in and out of there, and they haven't ran into any mines. And the ones as we did, but they're also firing on ships that are going through there. They've blew up a couple here just just here
Right.
a week or two ago. So they've discovered they've got a little bit of power there that they talked about having but never tried to use, and now we put them in a position where they are using it. And if we do not, there has to be a regime change. It
Yes.
has to be done away with. And this I'm sorry. I feel so, and I'm a big, you guys know I'm a big Trump supporter, but right
Yeah.
now, I think
Hmm.
he's letting his deal making ego get in the way of doing what's right
Hmm.
for the country and the world. He needs
Right.
to be the friggin' commander in chief first and the deal maker second.
Right.
Let your dogs of war loose. Just let them
Hmm.
go over there and finish the job. This is
Hmm.
the problem we've had with every damn war we've done since since uh, since World War II, the end of World War II. Korea was a tie.
Yep.
Uh, you know, we didn't finish that job.
Hmm.
Vietnam, well,
Hmm.
that was more or less a loss. We walked away from that. We were within weeks of the North Vietnamese government collapsing, and we
Right.
walked away.
Yep.
And Desert Storm, we didn't finish out Saddam Hussein when we should have. That
Right.
right there is an example. Uh,
Hmm.
and then we have, uh, uh, we have the Afghanistan debacle.
Yep.
You know, these damn politicians are what's causing us to look bad, and it's time for us to, I'm sorry, I feel very strong about that. I'm really pissed off at the president right now because he's this bullshit. Uh, I'm going to make a great deal or no deal at all. Well, you've had plenty of time. Now they're talking about another 60-day ceasefire.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They've
they're
had
just
more than
rearming themselves in the meantime.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't know how, but they're doing it. They're probably getting stuff overland from China somehow. But
Yeah, they're going through Pakistan and Afghanistan, and yeah, I don't know
all the
if the
stands over there,
Russians.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if the Russians can help them, but I'll bet you the Chinese sure as hell can.
Yeah. Hmm. But here's the deal: China, they're not getting any of that cheap oil, so
No, so they're not
we
really.
made a deal with China, and they're getting oil, and that's helping them out. Uh, yeah, so I'm with you, Lloyd. I'm like,
Yeah,
just go in
I agree
and
with what Steve just said. He's waiting for something big to happen, and unfortunately, we're going to have. I mean, Jesus, they just tried to assassinate his daughter.
right. Hmm.
As a father, he should be pissed. I don't care if he's president or not. He should be pissed off about that and go after them bastards
Right.
because that's
Hmm.
what they're going to do. It's going to have to be something big, and
Yep.
it's time to I I I
Well,
I
and to give them some credibility, there might be something that we don't know that he's kind of keeping it under wraps, and
oh
something.
well, yeah,
may
he's not
hap-
going to let the enemy know, but
Yeah.
this bullshit of being fired upon, they violated the ceasefire 2 months ago.
Yeah. Mhm.
We should have gone in
Well,
there.
they could say, "Well, that's out of our hands." It's a bunch of rogue
The
colonels,
problem is they haven't said that because on their Iranian TV, you
right?
know, and this is what they're famous for. They try to negotiate, they get you right to the table, then they turn around and walk.
Uh-huh. Well, it's going to be just like the deal with the Palestinians, where they walked away from, getting almost everything they wanted, and they walked away from it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why we're even bothering to deal with these a-holes, because you can't trust them.
At what point at what point have they proven that anything that they say is trustworthy? I mean,
Right.
where have they showed that in the last 50 years or
Hmm.
40 years? Where have they shown that anything that they say is trustworthy?
Right. Well,
They c-
on the upside, we do have the Abraham Accords, which is a
well,
really good start.
yeah,
And
but and he's trying to put that as part of this package to get the other countries to join, but not all of I mean, yeah, we've got it, but a lot of them are talking about it, but uh uh I mean, it's like they were within a week of signing. Saudi Arabia was, and then October 11th or whatever that was over there in Israel happened, and they
oh,
backed
yeah,
away.
so, yeah,
The October surprise over there in Israel, and they
right.
backed away. You
Hmm.
know, and I think some of these countries are sitting around. They're going to try and see who blinks first, and that's going to be the side they fall on. Right now, up to a point, we were everybody had a lot of I mean, we showed we were the lion of the desert,
Right.
and then even Oman was on our side.
Hmm.
Now you got Oman doing side deals with Iran,
Right.
sending their own people over there to negotiate
Mhm.
over the Strait of Hormuz. That's like I said, I think a lot of his problem right now is he wants to be the great deal maker,
Right. Hmm.
and I think he's letting that part of his ego get in his way. Uh
Right.
he would have been much more respected, I think. He's nobody. The Democrats are not going to respect him over anything he does. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We've talked about it before. He could come up with the cure to cancer, one shot, and it cures every kind of cancer. You know, the Democrat could have a kid on life support, and if they gave him a shot, and he'd be completely cured and healthy again. But because Donald Trump invented it, he's going to let
Yeah.
his kid die. That's how
Right.
deranged they are. So
Hmm.
why in the hell is he even bothering with them? So just ignore those silly bastards,
Yeah.
but quit trying to be the great deal maker. I mean, I wished
Mhm.
he could hear us right now because,
Right.
or hear what I'm saying, because I truly think that his ego has gotten in the way of this. Uh,
Mm.
I make the greatest deals.
Mm. Well, you may be right, Lloyd. A lot of it, what you're
Up to a
saying.
point, he was doing great, and then all of a sudden
Mhm.
he got into this.
Well,
We're
I,
close to a
I
deal. We're
think he
close
was
to.
getting a lot of flack from his own party, and maybe even the public saying, "Hey, we
Well, yeah,
uh,
I mean, we were pissed off about oil prices, but
right,
so he has to keep saying, "Well, we got a deal coming, we got a deal coming," so the gas
mhm,
prices go down. But then, you know, what happens as soon as we sign the deal and then they stab us in the back?
right,
Because they're actually talking. I heard this today. They've actually mentioned in Iran. So one of the people that that is an Iranian and has connections. They said that, the way Iran is, their thinking is they're going to do what they got to do to survive, but that Israel will no longer exist in 25 years. They will see to it personally.
wow,
You know,
wow."
and this is the you can't trust these people. I'm sorry.
Mm. Well, I don't know if it's the people. I think
You
it's the
can't trust
regime.
this government. You
Yeah.
can't trust this regime. Okay,
Hmm.
I won't say
Yeah.
because I've known some very nice Iranian
Yeah.
people.
I have some. Well, a former coworker at my previous job, she was from Iran, and she's a Christian. And then we
Yeah.
got someone we know that we won't mention on our platform. We have a disagreement. His wife is
Oh
from
yeah,
Iran,
yeah. That's yeah,
and she seems pretty nice, but
yeah, yeah.
she's probably the only one that is right in the head. She needs to.
In that
Well,
household, yeah,
anyway, let's get off of that and let's get.
yeah. But yeah, I think I'm hoping that because he's given his allies, he's given the world mixed signals right now,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and it comes down to the old saying: it's time to shit or get off the pot.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, and plus he's got a lot of other stuff on his plate. They're building this what is it, the octagon cage for
Yeah,
the fight.
UFC. Yeah.
That's going to be on July 4th. And then you got the ballroom. He's got to deal with that bullshit. Oh, and here's another thing I just learned. DOJ is going to look into possibly perjury by E. Jean Carroll. So if they're,
Eugene Carroll,
she's the
who's that?
one that had the civil suit that for sexual assault on by Donald Trump,
Oh
and
yeah.
and
Yeah.
if they find out that she perjured herself, she won't get all that money that she
No.
won from that. Yeah, and
Well,
I think they got a really good case because her testimony was like really flimsy, and she's turning 83, and the president, he's not even quite 80 yet. And I'm hearing stories where she told some friends she never even met Donald Trump before, and it's like I
Well, the big thing that I read is that she claimed that nobody was helping her with her court expenses, but supposedly there was some big anti-Trump billionaire who was helping her with her court expenses. Although they're saying it's some sort of, I forget the term what they used. It was
quid pro quo.
no, not quid pro quo, but that it was just some
Pro
sort of
bono.
routine thing going on.
Right.
I definitely not quid pro quo, but they're trying to go. They're trying to go. Oh, this is a nothing burger. This is, stuff like this happens all the time. This is routine.
yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
you got that going on. Let's see. Oh yeah, I posted something on Facebook late last week about the things that Trump did. Like deporting child rapists and doing this, yada yada yada, and the the Democrats or my liberal friends, what do? They're talking about all that. Oh, all the nasty things he's done. He's got these 34 felonies and
Yeah, which
all that
everybody knows
shit.
that.
And I'm like, oh God,
Which are not felonies.
No, they're
yeah.
not.
No, they're not. And they're basically bookkeeping errors, and which is a misdemeanor. And
Yeah.
and
And something
somebody
else.
that I really respect. It was when I saw what she posted, I'm like, oh God, I'm so disappointed in her.
Yeah,
and
well,
she's
that's why I don't
using.
post my opinion. I save all my political opinions for this show because I don't put I don't put that shit on Facebook because
Right.
I mean, I've got friends that are liberals, and I don't want to unfriend them, so I
Yeah.
just you know I Facebook and that's me.
Yeah.
I I don't use social media. What I use it for is well, sometimes I get some really good tips on making guitars and 3D
Guitars
printing
or
shit and
3D printing.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I don't use it to put my personal opinion,
Oh,
because hell, even some of my own family is liberal, so it's like,
there,
but yeah,
there you
so
go. Yeah,
that's
some
why I
people
don't.
use it for different things. Some
Yeah,
people,
everybody does, and everybody's
yeah,
got a right to say what they want to say. I mean,
yeah,
that's what this country's all about. Is we're getting ready to celebrate 250 years. I remember when we had the bicentennial.
yeah, me too.
I was
Yeah.
serving this country when we had the bicentennial.
Well, you probably remember the centennial. And Colorado just became a state
Just
a
became a
month
state.
later.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a month later. Yeah.
We had just moved there right after it became a state. We moved from New Mexico
There you
when I was
go.
7 months old to
Oh,
Colorado.
there you go.
So
Where were you on 15th and Curtis
yeah,
downtown?
somewhere around there. Yeah, yeah.
Somewhere around.
Yeah.
Oh, it
We
might,
took the train. We took the train.
oh, yes, they did have a train there. Did you see the
Yeah,
Indian teepees on the way in?
on the
Yeah.
way in. Yeah, yeah. I saw
Oh,
those. Yeah, yeah.
oh, my grandmother even mentioned that to me when they went to, let's see, oh, they were coming from Kansas City, Missouri, and they were moving out here to Denver. And this is 1896. And
Hey, Ronnie.
they were talking about how, yeah, they saw Indian teepees along the way going to Denver. I'm like, oh, wow. So,
Yeah, uh I can't say that I actually remember it because, as I said, I was only 7 months old. So,
okay. Yeah.
which that is true, but mind you, it's 100 years difference. Uh, yeah, I moved to Colorado in 1957. So,
uh,
but
and anyway, so
yeah,
that's what's going on. Yes,
I just
Charles.
saw something.
no, I'm just clearing my throat.
Oh, okay.
I just saw something, and I'm going to have to look into it a little more. But apparently, they are charging or they've arrested former CIA agent
Oh,
for millions of dollars worth of fraud.
oh my. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget there was another attempt on Donald Trump last Friday or last
Oh
Saturday.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, that guy is DRT.
Yeah. The thing is, the CNN, of course, the CNN being who they are, they had these big headlines this week that because Donald Trump just went to the
Had
get
his
his
physical. Yeah.
had his physical. So they
Mhm.
said due to his declining health and the fact that uh
He's
and the
80 or
fact that
going to be 80. Yeah.
yeah, and because of his age, and possible decline, his health isn't as good, especially considering the attempts on his life. When is the being shot at considered part of your health plan?
Yeah, that's true.
Or your
Yeah,
or
they
your
were
health
very
longevity.
quiet about Biden
Yeah.
decline that we
Speaking of
all
which, Jill just came out and said the night of the debate that she actually thought he'd had a stroke on stage.
right
You
when he
know,
started mumbling there. Yeah,
yeah, she says, "Oh, I was afraid he'd had a stroke."
yeah. Oh, well,
You
let's
know,
just sit back and let's see how it goes. Yeah.
yeah. So, and of course, now everybody's calling her a liar because uh, yeah,
Yeah.
she wanted to stay in power so that she could, you know, because I hate to say
Ooh.
it, hiding $40 million in gold bars in his house. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
know that's what Mendez, that former
Menendez, yeah.
senator from New Jersey, before he got booted out of the
Right.
Senate. Hmm.
Yeah.
And he's he's a Cuban refugee.
Yes, that was the defense that he used. That
Hmm.
the reason they hid that money is because they never knew when they were going to have to evacuate from Cuba, and that's the way his parents taught him to save money.
Okay. Hmm.
Something like that. Yeah. But yeah, so 40 million in gold bars.
Wow. That's a
I
lot.
knew the CIA paid well, but I don't think it pays quite that
Yeah.
good,
Mm.
But yeah, it's what else was it I saw that was ridiculous? In stupid
Well, we
news
got
this week.
that.
There's something else I'd seen today that I thought oh, the what do they call it? DEI, or not D, uh, the shit we went through under Biden. All this
Yeah.
different. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
One of the states, or one of the sports leagues groups, when dealing with women, what they're doing is they've decided to give uh, uh you know gold, silver, and bronze medals to the woman and the trans of that sport, in women's sports. So in other words, there'll be six people on the podium. Two in first place, one trans person and one woman, unless of course the trans loses, which would be hilarious. But
yeah.
and speaking of that, have you seen the the characters they're bringing out for the Odyssey?
Oh yes, I heard
Yeah.
about that. They got a
Oh
black
my
woman
God.
for the princess.
For Helen. Oh, that's not even worse. The
Oh,
one
the
that's
guy that's playing
It's
Homer.
not a guy.
Yeah.
It's
not a
Achilles. It's
guy.
Achilles. Yeah.
Achilles. Okay.
Achilles, yeah. Yeah.
Achilles.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, now originally it was in X-Men First Class, or no, X-Men Last Stand, as a woman, and then decided to transition, had double mastectomy, and decided now is a guy. Still looks like a girl, looks the same as they did, just a shorter haircut.
Yeah.
And a flatter chest.
Uh-huh.
And they're all of about 105 pounds soaking wet, and that's who's playing this part that Brad Pitt played.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just
A little bit of difference. And
well, I heard this one thing. There was a gay guy that got fired at a sperm bank. He was working at a sperm bank. He was a nurse there. Evidently, he was drinking on the job.
oh dear God, I was hoping you wouldn't go there, but you did.
yeah. I knew what was coming.
I knew it was. I knew it was coming.
I
Yeah,
just didn't know precisely how it was going to
how
manifest.
bad it was going to be. Yeah. Well, thank God it was on his show instead of mine.
So that's what's going on, and yep. So I don't have to work tomorrow, so I could do a shot of some home brew, and I filled it up. I got it's still low.
I'm still sitting there thinking about what you were just talking about, and then you hold up this sort of yellowish liquid and said, "I filled it up." That looks like you're using that for a urine bottle.
Well, it's
you're not going to drink that, are you? Because that looks like.
Well, it's got raspberry flavoring.
Oh, I thought maybe that was your pee bottle you use when you can't get up during the show.
No. I did make another batch of White Lightning, and I've got a a charred stick of oak in it, so it'll be more like whiskey when it's done. And
Okay.
that's high strength. I've done the test, and it's about 50%, which is 100 proof. So it'll be good white lightning. And
Yeah.
oh, the downside: you take a gallon of brew, and you only end up with maybe 300 milliliters of high strength stuff, and the rest of it is like, under 5%. I'm like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I save all that, and I'm like, going, why am I saving all this? But I could use it for the next batch. I could put it in that, and so I'm not wasting anything.
You put it in your car, if
Yeah,
things got
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
yeah. If it's up over 100%,
Put it in your windshield wiper
ooh,
bottle.
there you
So for
go.
during the winter time, because
Yeah,
that's all that ice off. Yeah.
yeah, mm-hmm,
That would de-ice it,
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So got that, and I've got another
Use it for cooking.
sugar wash going in my furnace closet. So that's going. So I got about a week, and I'll be distilling that. So I've been I did a double distill this week, and that's how I got several small about 700 milliliter mason jars with the flip lid on it, so that
Right.
way I can put that charred stick in. And I have another one that has some peels from an orange in it, so it'll have a nice orange taste to it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I'm sitting here wearing. I bought this when I was down in Florida. This is my Gulf of America T-shirt.
oh yeah, there
It
you
says
go. I got my
it says
old art code
established
from
2025. You know, it says, but then it says Jensen Beach, Florida. Well, Jensen Beach is not on the Gulf. I don't know,
no, it isn't.
but
No.
I bought this at the Trump store down there. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's a comfortable T-shirt. So,
There you go.
but yeah, I'm glad I'm doing woodworking and not making alcohol. My hobbies.
Yeah, you
It's
got a
probably
good
more
hobby there.
expensive. Yeah, it's probably more
Well, this is
expensive,
not
but
for under $10. You
yeah,
can make
well,
a
yeah,
nice batch. It's a lot of work. That's the only downside is,
right.
but to get the balance, if you're going to do like an all grain, like
Right.
if you want, I'm going to make one batch where I'm going to use oatmeal, and
Right.
I got a pound of barley that's coming, and I'll put that in, and I'll put some cornmeal muffin in there, and I'll have a nice bourbon going there.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I'm working on. I'm finishing up. I'm doing three cigar box guitars at the same time. So I'm doing. So I'm
There
doing
you
them
go.
in stages. So I've got the 3 necks. I've actually done 5 necks, but
Mm,
I screwed up two of them. Man, I had it fixed up. It was really going to look nice, and then I went to put in the tuning keys, and
yeah.
because of the add-on I'd put onto it to correct the mistake I made, tip was
Right.
too. I could barely get even one. Get the string. I couldn't even get a loop around it. So I just cut that off and use it for a pattern for that particular.
There you go.
And started over. But I'm getting to where I can make a neck and do it right in a day's time. I can do one in about 5 hours. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've learned a lot in making these, and but so yeah, that's what I've been doing. And so I've got 3 necks sitting here. I just added the braces. I finished up the box side of it, putting the last braces in, and I've started putting in
Right.
corner supports that will hold the screws to keep the lid screwed shut.
Oh yeah. That
And
okay.
and then I got that to do on the other two boxes, and then I've got to put in the electronics and string
There
it
you
up,
go.
and it'll be ready to go. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping by Monday to have all three of them done.
Cool.
So
Well, over on Facebook lately, I've been seeing this one reel where they're doing guitar pickup repairs,
yeah,
and that's really interesting because he not only does single coil and humbuckers, but he had one there that it was for a lap steel, and it had the horseshoe magnets on it.
oh
And
yeah,
evidently, I guess there was a break or some corrosion that there was no output on. So he took the bobbin out, and it turned out the bar was rusted, and that got to the coils, and so he had to take
right.
it apart and rewind the bobbin and get the right amount of windings on it to get as close to the original sound or
Yeah. I
the
think
output.
I saw I saw something like that on one of the
Yeah.
maybe on YouTube, but and a lot of the way I'm designing these guitars is based off of one of the books that I got, and
Right.
I have three books. The late great Rick Halber sent me when
Oh,
Judy bought me my first cigar box guitar. He sent me these three big thick books with pictures, and it has the patterns, the measurements, all the way down to the micromillimeter on how to. If I wanted to measure, I've got a jig that I can put my fret cuts into now.
good.
But 3D printing's come a long way, but there's still a lot of good information, and that's where I found out I needed to put that little cutout in the neck inside the box to put right. It'll be right under the strings, right in front of the bridge, under
Right.
inside the box for the piezoelectric pickup.
Right.
But in this book, this one guy he makes his own uh
Pickups, electric pickup.
pickups. Yeah,
Yep.
and what he does is he uses a sewing machine,
Yep.
and he uses a bobbin, and he just sits there and runs it on the bobbin winder, but he uses aluminum, or I mean the copper, you know,
Yeah.
on a sewing machine there's that
Well,
winding
actually,
thing.
it's the wheel that goes on the side that has the. Oh, so he did that way.
Where
Ah.
you not where the thread goes, but in a sewing machine, there's a bobbin that sits under the plate,
Uh huh.
the little
Oh.
round
Okay.
plastic, and there's
Oh.
a thing so that when those bobbins are empty, you just run it straight from the thread spool straight over to that, and you step on the pedal, and it just sits there and spins at a high rate of speed.
Ah. Okay.
So he takes three regular sewing bobbins, okay,
Right.
then he hooks up the copper wire. And he sits there and runs it until because what it does, it fills from the bottom up and back down again. It automatically feeds properly. So then he takes and puts them on like a coat hanger or something, and dips them in
In
hot
paraffin
wax.
wax. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then puts them in there. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Either magnetize the poles or he puts a magnet underneath.
he puts a magnet under them.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
but I mean, it's really these books that Rick bought for me have actually come in quite handy. I mean, I've been going to do this for quite a few years, and just finally got to it. So
Yeah.
I am learning a lot about woodworking. I'm learning, you know, now if I had to sell these guitars to make a profit, I'd have
Right.
to ask about $600 a piece on them.
Yeah. There you
And
go.
believe it or not, people are selling them for that, which I think is ridiculous because now when I say to make a profit, because I've had to buy different tools that I found that
Yeah.
or
You
I
gotta.
bought tools to make it easier. Now,
Mhm,
I've
mhm.
also been I've been doing a lot of handwork. I got it's just basically a 5 inch by 3 inch of metal, real thin, and you burnish the edge to where the edge just rolls over a little bit,
Right.
and then you just draw it, and it's like a draw plane,
Oh, okay.
So, well, it works great once you get it sharpened, but it's a pain in the ass to hold.
Right. Ah, okay. There you go.
See, and that piece of metal fits right down in here, and I can tighten it up, and then I can put a little spring tension on it, and
Mhm.
it'll hold it in place. So, but yeah, I mean, so I'm 3D printing a lot of my tools too,
Good.
but so
Well,
I'm
guys, we've
putting
done
all the hobbies
just
to
a
use.
little over an hour. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all. Don't forget my show tomorrow night. And, well, Bill's not doing a show, so we'll just head over to Lloyd's on Monday.
On Monday, yes, and this week I will have a show. It was a holiday. I took the holiday off.
Yep.
It's
All
either
right,
that
so
or get paid double time. So
take care, everybody. God bless. Good night.
Good night,
take care,
folks.
folks. Good night, everybody.
Don't forget, tune in to Artco Drones and Entertainment live stream for more exciting content every Friday night at 5 p.m. Mountain